Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Midnight Ride with Grayman Prepping. I am your host, Gil, and how's everybody doing out there? And I'm jazzed. I wasn't sure we were going to make it. My subscriber numbers went up and down, up and down, up and down. They're just, flirting with it, and I just clicked over and it said 1,400. So we are having a giveaway on Saturday. All right, so let me get over here and first say hi properly to everybody. Okay, so actually, let me take a look here. Oh, so it says we now got 9 likes and 9 watching. The AI is totally screwed up, and it's about as smart as Little Yama from Big Hero 6. All righty, so first one in was Idaho Garden Girl. Then Walt Rogers, and everyone's talking there. We're talking about how the numbers were all screwed up. Then Phelan Clan Wolf comes in, and the numbers are still screwing up with him too. Nate Mitch came in. Susanna came in. Lorif came in. And Gear Grinding 19 is here. Hey, Dan. Shadow Scout Sweet is here. And I will be dropping the link here in a minute, folks. Make sure I keep up on everybody here. Denise is here, Green Granny 2. And Brenda, Duncan 1900 Homestead is in the house. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. That's good. All right. And thank you very much, Shadow. All right, so let me get rid of this thing over here, which is the, all right, I got a question for everybody, puzzle. Who knows where this picture is from? Take a wild guess what this picture is from. I'll give you a hint. It's from a game. See if anybody recognizes what game it is. So let me go ahead and pop here, and I will. Hey, Lori, it's Prairie Rider, the Queen of the North. Okay, drop that down. Get my email up because I got some stuff from my email to read to you guys. Not a gamer. I'm not a gamer too, but I've never played the game. But I've watched the movie that was based on the game. All right, there we go. Back into patch. Okay. Yes, Assassin's Creed. It was the one about the Revolutionary War, and one of the Assassin's Creed numbers 6, 7, 8, whatever it is. I just happened to see that picture as I was looking through it, and I looked at it. It's like, if I was really into the gaming for Assassin's Creed for that type thing, I might go play that one just because of that. All right. Okay, so we got some fun stuff coming up here. Fun. All right, hang on a minute. Let me get my tongue in cheek here. Tongue in cheek for having fun. Yeah, very tongue-in-cheek on this one here. All right, so in the last week here, actually the last 2 weeks, because I missed it last week because my wife was heading back. I was packing up to head back to California, and they wanted to get a good night's sleep. Hey, Emma, how's it going? Woohoo! Emma's in the house. Thank you, Lori, for coming and giving some support. All right, so from last week, this is from the news from the patch stream of networks, and it's for the Martinez patch in California. Alert, alert! Senator Dianne Feinstein dead at 90. That was from back on the 29th. I haven't seen much on this. Froze. Also on the 29th, it says federal bill collapses, shutdown looms, what it means for California residents. Does anybody know? I haven't seen any news thing on it at all popping up in any of my news feeds, whether or not the government's shutting down or whether they passed something at the last second. That's funny because usually, if they passed it or something, there should have been something pop up in the Martinez patch saying it, but I haven't seen anything on it. All right, so here's an interesting one from the October 2nd. Mosquito-borne dengue fever cases on the rise. What to know in California? As the ankle biter mosquito population explodes, so does the cases of dengue fever in California. Okay, and it's the first time I've ever heard of dengue fever in California in the last. So I'm 66 now, so ever. All right, and this is going to get scary for the rest of the nation because, as they say, as California goes, so goes the rest of the blue states and then the rest of the nation. Oh, here we go. Thank you, Emma. They passed a compromise. McCarthy cut a deal with Biden, closed doors, which led him to being ousted, I think. Okay. So California workers to get more sick days under new law. So since California passed that, you can expect New York, Oregon, Washington, and a couple other states to pass it next year as well. And then they're going to force it on the rest of the country. California bans popular candy, soda, and cereal additives. That one's good because hang on, let me go ahead and open that one up and read more. Open it up there, and so it's let's see what other things they banned 4 chemicals from food and drinks. 4 chemicals used in candy, cereal, soda, and other processed foods. And it goes through all pouting Governor the great nuisance on the back for signing it. So, all right. Red dye number 3. Bromated, that's brominated vegetable oil, potassium bromate, and propylene paraben will take effect in 2027 to allow the brands time to bring their recipes up to compliance. So we got 4 more years of these chemicals. And they've been talking about red dye number 3 for years and some others, but they're still allowing maltodextrin and all these things. And even, WebMD says it's a very dangerous thing. Okay. And of course, or somewhere in the article when I read it before, it talked about all these chemicals were already banned in Europe. Gee, Europe doesn't allow lobbyists to pay off people like they do here. I still say we ought to ban lobbyists. Anyone trying to lobby a senator there in Washington needs to get 30 lashes every day for 30 days, then left in a pair of stocks for 30 days, and then get rid of them. Okay, California. Here's another one. So California has miracle, in quotes, miracle water year with an El Nino winter on deck. Now, we'll see if that comes true. A lot of new weather ones are saying, maybe Southern California is going to get wet, but Northern California is going to be dry. And something here for everybody to be concerned about. This is just a general news, and it applies everywhere. So here's the headline. Fire extends to 2 Concord homes. So there was a fire in Concord in a house, and it was so hot and intense because it was a new subdivision. All the houses are closer together. So you have 5 feet on this side of the house, fence line, 5 feet next house. guess what happened? 2 houses on either side caught fire as well. So something to watch out for. I froze on you heard that, but hey, Shani. Yeah. All right, let's see here. Okay, this one here is one that's for scary. I haven't read it all. I just read the headline. I put it over here to read it to you guys. Headline: 8 new California laws that may change your life. What to know. And, if they pass these laws here, they're going to, some are going to make it elsewhere. And, of course, the flag they show is at half mast, so in front of the governor's place. So let's see what the laws are. Governor has already taken action on several high-profile bills, including a controversial veto on a unanimously approved legislation that would have capped insurance copays for insulin at $35. Newsom also vetoed a bill that would have decriminalized magic mushrooms and other plant-based solutions, along with a bill that allowed dispensers to operate Amsterdam-style cannabis cafes. All right. So he vetoed some, but he vetoed one that was a unanimously approved, which means it's an automatic override, but he vetoed it for political purposes because he was immune to it was already going to be overridden. Let's see here. Newsom gave the nod to an array of other bills now set to become law, including a sweeping mandate for large corporations to disclose greenhouse gas emissions. Problem is, what they call greenhouse gases have been disproven as not being greenhouse gases. So they're making them disclose stuff which is not what they're supposed to be disclosing. Anyways, already talked about the candy. Chemicals in cosmetics, more than 24 ingredients, sometimes found in personal care products like perfumes, nail polish, hair dye, will be banned from products starting in 2027. The bill applies to 26 potentially toxic compounds, including vinyl acetate, I can't pronounce the next one, lily aldehyde, which has been shown to increase the risk of cancer or birth defects. They made a bill easier to reserve campsites. Oh, another law will levy heavy fines against social media platforms that fail to combat and remove content that depicts child sexual exploitation and abuse. Yeah. All right. Yeah. They should have been doing that years ago. What took them so long? Oh, that's right. So many are in the pedophiles' back pockets, and we're not going to go over the rest of it. But you know who I am, who supposedly killed himself. Oh, you're getting ads? Wow. Okay. Is anybody else getting ads in the middle of it? Wow. I know Southern Blessed Homestead has said they had the last couple of those live streams said ads were popping up, but I never saw anything on ads when I was watching their stuff, and I don't know where to look to see that showing that an ad is popping up. So I don't see it popping up on any of the YouTube monitors I got going here. All righty. All right, Newsom signed a law for the state's conservatorship system. Beware, people. Beware on this one. Designed to allow local governments, counties and cities, more leeway to forcibly detain people who refuse treatment for mental illness and addiction issues. Who says they're having mental issues? The local governments. Oh, we're going to, incarcerate you because you're disagreeing with us. So you must have mental issues. Hey, Scan family. Yeah, I've never had ads run during it, and I can't find anything to change that for during a live stream. Yeah, because after watching Southern Blessed, I went looking for it so that it, because I know there's the mid-run stuff, but that's not supposed to, according to their stuff, that's not supposed to apply to a live stream until after it's over and people are watching the replay. So their AI is screwed up and it's probably doing mid-run ads when it's not supposed to on a live. All right, carbon emissions, of course, blah, blah, blah. Security deposits, housing bill says that limiting security deposit to 1 month down from the previous of 2 months. Yeah. Yeah, it's just, just some other stupid ones, but yeah. I mean, that's one of the reasons I escaped from California and why my wife can't wait to get out of there. We just about have the house across the street paid off. I think she said next year it should be paid off by next year. And then everything we're paying on that one, because she's paying extra, like double payments on it, will then go against this house here. Hey, Projects with Paul, how's it going? Yeah, and then YouTube's changing it so you can't modify and pick what type of ads you want starting next month. They're we're gonna choose what type of ads you get to play. We're gonna do it. What's going to be most valuable to you, bull pucky. They're gonna do it. What's most valuable to them. Okay, so see, enough of the bad news from California. And let me make sure that's. Oh, we've got one more thing. This is so stupid. This has been going on, trying to do this for over 30 years in California. The headline is "Rubber Meets the Road." Martinez roadway resurfaced with recycled tires. They've been trying to get using recycled rubber, from tires, grinding up and putting it into the asphalt to make the because it makes the asphalt last longer if they do it right. And there's been other states have been doing it for over 30 years, and California's been dragging its feet on some of that stuff and trying to do it. And it's like, hey, they got all these tires. Why not grind them up and add them to the mixed asphalt mixture to make the road more pliable, waterproof, and last longer? Don't know. All righty, so that's done with the news there. So, good news. We hit 1,400 subscribers tonight, which is woohoo! So we'll have a giveaway on Saturday, on Survival Saturday, which starts at 10 o'clock Eastern time. I'm not quite sure what all I'm going to do as far as giveaway. I'll give away a couple of $5 Amazon gift cards, and I may pull some stuff from the Amazon wish list for some presents to give out that way too. So we'll see what's going on. There will be some drawing stuff from those that are in the chat on Saturday, and there will be stuff for channel members only. And those of you if you haven't seen it, there is I've revamped the get this going here. The levels, there's still the prepper level, which is 99 cents a month. There is still the Grayman level, which is $1.99 a month. I've added the Survivalist, which is $9.99, which has a boatload of perks that go with it. So there's a video out there. Let's see. When did I put that out? Let's bring this up here. Channel content. So I put it out back on the 10th, 2 days ago. So if you go back to the 10th, you can watch that little short video. It's a 1 minute and 1 second. Ooh, it's a long video talking about the levels and some of the stuff it has. So, oh, I hate. We got some stuff that we sprayed it on the one roof in California, on the one roof that they sprayed that crap on. We soaked it with it lightly, so it was everything was things. We took a shop vac and putty knives, and we just so as we scraped it, sucked it up in the shop vac, and we go about 10 feet, stop, empty the shop vac. Yeah. But yeah, there's fortunately they had this stuff that was just basically it was you sprayed it on, but it wasn't like water. It was a little bit more thicker, and it bonded to it and started breaking it up. They didn't break it so it fell, but it made it really loose and stuff. You let it sit like 10, 15 minutes, and you get it, you start scraping, and it just peels it off. Well, they say spread out, some of that plastic drop cloth stuff to scrape it on. We go, we're going to vacuum it right up. Yeah, it took a little bit longer to stop and empty the shop vac, but there was hardly any mess on the floor at all. Oh. Joe, it's Garden State Gardener. Good night. Comes in and says, good night. Into a Walmart bag. Yeah, some of the things people have of trying to do it is absolutely nasty. All right, Laura. Yeah, get a good night's sleep. And I will never. I mean, this roof here is not popcorn, but it's the lazy man's texture coating. And texture coating is a lazy drywall man's way of finishing crap. When I do drywall, it is glass smooth, just like in the White House, like in Monticello, Thomas Jefferson's place. Back then, when they did drywall, when they did the plaster and stuff, they made it absolutely mirror smooth. It takes a little bit of skill, and that's the only way I'll do drywall anymore. It's absolutely smooth, because trying to you spraying the speckle stuff and try and knock it down just right. It's like, screw this. Give me my 24-inch trowel. Come back an hour later, the other way. Light sanding. Get the extra fine finishing compound. Go over that. Yeah, you'll never see any house I have when we do any walls or ceiling work having texture coating or popcorn going in. And if I can convince the wife to spend the extra money on some of the stuff when we do it, we redo the roof with good white pine, hard white pine. That stuff is absolutely gorgeous, and it's light. It's not a dark wood. It's a very light wood. Oh, yeah. Oh, nasty. friend of mine, Sam Brown, he had a slab floor and they had the same problem. Oh, he used a roofing shovel. Basically, it's like it goes up, zigzag on the front of it, but it's all smooth, so it cuts in and everything. And it's used for removing wooden shingles and asphalt shingles. He said he used that, and because it would cut into the glue and just peel it off. Yeah, the first wall that I redid with my wife, she had me to go halfway down and put what's called chair railing around it. But before that, on the bottom half, she put wallpaper. It's really nice wallpaper. And I had that glass smooth so she could put the wallpaper on it. And then on top, she goes, let's texture coat this. I looked at her like, you're going to be sorry. You're going to be mad later on when it comes time to clean the dust off the walls. Oh, no, it'll be fine. And so she picked out some stuff, from the store, and we put it on. 2 days after we put it on, she brushed up against it. Goes, ow, this is scratchy. That's the one you picked out. And I told you not we didn't want to do it. Well, yeah, bending over, yeah. So basically, it's like a short shovel with a D handle on it, and you just put that up against your belly there, your foot on the other one, you kind of slide forward, and it just tore everything off. And you just go along and work it, and it worked good for Sam. Depends on the glue. Sometimes it can make it worse. Sometimes it's better, to have the glue. The glue heats up. Sometimes it gums and rolls and does screwy stuff. Check with a carpeting or a flooring company. They may have a solvent to put on that glue to break it up so you can scrape it off easy. It all depends on the glue and what was used in it, and what you can do to remove stuff. I know we did some tiling in the master bathroom years ago, and she wanted so we put the tile down and with the glue and stuff. Fortunately, she talked to some friends who worked at a flooring company, and they said to use a specific type of glue in case we ever want to change it out later on. Yeah. If it's on concrete, I'm just thinking of all the stuff my brother used to do with concrete work. Sometimes good old-fashioned Coca-Cola can break stuff loose from concrete. Oh, that is absolutely, yeah, I hate it when the padding does that. Yeah. Oh, boy. Everybody, rehydrate. Talking about dust made me thirsty. Yeah, we've used Coca-Cola to clean metal parts and stuff when I worked for Mountain Cascade in the shop there for a little bit. It would cut. They were trying to get away from using the really nasty solvents and stuff, and they'd scrape some stuff and they'd soak some stuff for a little bit in the Coke, but they learned they can't let it soak overnight. Oh yeah, it will start eating. Even chrome stuff, it'll start eating it overnight. Well, let's see. Stuff's going on here. Of course, everybody knows, especially if you were watching Camp Pat Family Compound, the cover over the back patio is done. I had also, I got to do a video on this. I had a problem with the shop doors, the two roll-up shop doors, where they came down to the concrete. Well, on the outside of the building that sloped in a little bit. So when the door came down, everything that hit the door came down, hit this here, instead of running away, ran underneath the rubber into the shop, and I had big old puddles in there. I got it fixed. It works great. We had a good hard wind blowing the rain last night and this morning up against the shop door, so all that water was coming down. Not one drop made it into the shop. Holy moly. Previous owner had a deer and a monitor lizard in the living room, living in the bedroom with him. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Wow, scans. That's, Anyways, I found a product up at Home Depot. I was using to fill the expansion cracks in the back patio. Worked great for that. It's self-leveling concrete sealant, and so what I did was I took a permanent marker. Here we go. One of these with there we go, with a big tip on it. And on the inside and outside of the door, I drew a line where the rubber comes down at. And I started using this self-leveling joint sealer. I just made a bead here, and then I made a bead there on each one of those lines I made. Then I went over and I did the same thing on the other side, and I let it sit for a couple hours. Then I came back and it kind of spread out a little bit. And I did one on the outside tight up against it, so it spread a little bit more. And then I started filling the middle up. And then I add more on it. And then I got a putty knife and I spread a bunch out. I think it made a nice taper ramp going up there. And the door comes down on here, so none of the water goes underneath. And I can still run my pallet jack in and out, and it runs out. Oh, you can't even tell I'm going over anything. I tapered that out just nice. And so I can move the IBC totes in and out of the shop easily, the planters I got going. So in another month here, I'll be moving the strawberries or less, the 2 strawberry planters in there and one of the other ones into the shop so that the plants don't die over the wintertime, and I keep them going. Because the plan is I got a couple more of those planters set up to plant some citrus trees. And I'll move the citrus trees indoors for the winter and move them back out for the hot summer. Yeah. Check with your real estate agent. I just thought of something. Check with your real estate agent, because generally there is a little clause in the sale thing, and they got to set up a little insurance account in case there are problems with things that need to be repaired immediately, because if something happens in the first year of ownership. Check with your real estate agent, see if that was done. Wow. Yeah, we were with one of the first houses we were looking at in Basalt proper. We walked in there and it was like, oh man, the smoke was just so bad. And we passed on the house. We looked at several houses here first. And to refer to that one, we called that one the smoker house, because it was like, nope, we're not going to get it. Basically as is. Yeah. So, yeah. I'm sorry. I am very prejudiced when it comes to smoking. My dad died of lung cancer from smoking. My grandmother died of lung cancer from smoking. My other grandmother died of lung cancer from smoking. Fortunately, my dad never smoked in the house with it. He would not smoke in the house. I lost an aunt, my dad's sister, from lung cancer from smoking. So, yeah, I'm very, very down on tobacco. Because when my grandmother passed away, my mom's mom passed away, we went into her house to try to clean it up. And basically we could scrape the goop off the lamp that was over her rocking chair where she did all her knitting and stuff. We could scrape that off of there. And basically after a couple scrapes, it was like, hang on a second. I brought the step stool in, went up, undid the screws, pulled the cover down, disconnected the wiring, pulled the whole thing down, tossed it in the trash, and put up a new light fixture. Oh man, ate it by termites. Dang. I hope you didn't pay very much for that place. Well, it's like the property across the street here when we bought it in 2016. We paid $132 for it, 135, 132. My wife's, we were looking at the house and we were thinking, oh, it's all this work to fix that. And the more we started taking, she goes, I was basically figuring we were going to buy the property, pay it off, and when we sold the house in California, we would tear this house here down or build another house next to it and then tear this house down and get rid of what the footprint of it. But the VA bug inspector had no active termites, so the termites were all dead when they got there. So they'd probably gassed the place beforehand. Yeah. Well, we were actually thinking also about the place across the street of building a huge shop on it. Building a huge shop and everything, like a 3-4 bay shop, 60 by 80, and just build a big shop there on it, and make sure to build it where there's a bathroom in there that so has running water and sewer into the building and stuff, and get a permit for that. And then after it's all approved and done, we were going to buy or get either come on, brain work, a Class A motorhome with expansions on it, or a fifth wheel trailer with expansions on it. Get that put in there and hook it up and live in that. Because with the big shop, the cold winter still it would be colder in the shop, but it wouldn't be as cold inside that trailer as it would parked outside. And then we could build other non-load bearing walls and stuff for storage, and little wood workshop here and other things inside there. And that's what we were looking at, several other properties, and we bought that one thinking we might do that there too. But then my daughter moved in, and so we wouldn't have to winterize it. And oh nope, they said there wasn't any termites. Oh, they said there wasn't any termites. You can go back and sue the bug inspector for that one. Because you have proof there was bugs there, and they missed it. Ugh. sitting in the kitchen at the kitchen bar. All the lights on a timer you couldn't see until you pulled the faceplates on the switches. Ah, oh wow. Well, I pinned the link up there if anybody wants to come up here and talk. Anybody within, anyone that has commented so far in the chat is allowed to come up. Yeah, when I'm still out in the garage, I got the water stopped from intruding into the shop. So I've been spending the last 2 days out there working, cleaning things up, and tossing a bunch of stuff that we'd moved up here that, we really don't need this, so we're going to toss it. And I had tons of boxes that had been moving stuff. I am keeping up in it, saving the boxes and stuff. And it's like, okay, this one's plain brown, no ink on it. It's going out in the garden. So I break it down, peel the tape off of it, lay it out there where the new garden's going to be. And it's raining, so the rain's turning the cardboard to mush, and it's going to be compost. And so I got areas cleaned up. I'm doing a lot of work, so I'm going to do a video on that. They pulled cameras off the house when they went. Oh, so the guy had all sorts of cameras around his house. Wow. And so I got a bunch of stuff to do out here, but I have until the 18th. I got 6 more days to get a bunch of stuff done and clear one of the bays going into the shop garage out here, because I'm going to be ordering a bundle of OSB for it, 4 foot by 3/8 of an inch thick. I'm going to be ordering a bunch of that because I'm going to, because the inside of the shop, there's nothing on the walls. And so I'm going to insulate the walls, cover it with the OSB, and then I'm going to do the ceiling, and then I'm going to get spray insulation and just insulate the snot out of the ceiling, and try to get all that done this winter. And then I'll put a one of those garage heaters out there. All it needs to do is keep the temperature above 40 degrees or warmer. So when we have the citrus trees in there, they do fine. They don't freeze. We have 15 acres with the 5 outbuildings in great shape. Broma on 8 acres. Yeah. When my son was up here with my wife, he was looking at several places around here. How much is that one? How much is that one? He's like, dude, you got to stop buying all those tools. You got to stop buying all those fireworks. You got to stop partying with these friends that you have for a little while and find out what jerks they are and move on to the next group. You got to just stop all that stuff, and all that overtime you're working, you just need to start saving that money, and that way you can afford to buy one of these places up here. The rest is native grass and trees. Cool. What state? What state scans? Yeah, because that would, hey, Howie! Woohoo! Yeah, my son really wants to get a place up here. But you tell him, hey, you got to stop spending your money like it's Kansas. Okay, cool. Yeah, he just keeps on he gets money, he spends it, he buys more tools and stuff. Dude, You're buying tools you're not using. Stop. Yeah. Ooh, you got to herd a deer. Food. I've yet to see any of the deer around here, but I've seen signs of them. They've been hitting the one apple tree across the street at that place, and other people have been saying, posting on Facebook, deer are out and about. Look, wrong way. Probably not. Hey, Texas Psycho Billy. So I got my project work cut out here. I've got the one area where I had the videos of where I was stacking all the firewood. All the remaining wood has all been moved and is stacked in another part of the shop, all nice and neat. I've been cleaning up all the bark and stuff that's been falling off for years out there, and I'm just sweeping all that up, and that's going out into the garden area to become compost. And there's two big, huge 10-foot by, I'm not sure it's 4-foot or 6-foot. I got to measure. I got to pull them. I'll be pulling them up tomorrow. Rubber back carpet, like mats on it. They're huge. And I'm going to be rolling those up, taking those out, and beating those over the garden, get all that sawdust and stuff out of it and out there. Yeah. Good reason. Made chicken spaghetti just because. And so once I get that cleaned up, I'm going to do some of the lumber I have left over from the form boards from the concrete. I'm going to start readying the rafters. So when I get the OSB, I just put it up there, screw, get it all screwed in place, and just get one side of the of that part of it done. Once the one side's done, then I will redo the electrical and hang the lights there, and then I'll do the other side. I had probably 3 of those big yellow wheelbarrows I showed full of firewood left when I got done. That's all the firewood I had left because of the polar vortex last year. It was so cold. Hey, Chipper, how's it going? Well, what you missed, let me finish with Shawnee. So that's how much firewood I had left. However, I've probably cut up twice that much off the trees in the back, trimming them and stuff. And so I got a bunch more firewood. It's already dried out and cracked out there. I just got to bring it in. What'd you miss? Let's see. I hit 1,400 subscribers here tonight. I'm going to be doing a giveaway on Saturday on Survival Saturday. And let's see, I've just got a bunch of projects going on here. Main project for the winter, though, is going to be out there getting that shop done and set up so it's all insulated, and so I can keep it warm for citrus trees in the wintertime. And probably I got to talk to my wife and see if she wants to try digging up her pomegranate and putting it way back, then digging it up and bringing it up here and putting it in one of those short IBC totes that way I can bring it indoors and outdoors in the summertime. 15 years of seasoned wood. Well, I got 15 years of wood out here, but it ain't seasoned. It's still growing. I got 12 cottonwood trees that are 60, 70 feet tall. And the one at the base is probably at least 8 foot across at the base, because it's grown up. They grew up about 30 feet. They topped it. They grew up again. They topped it a little bit higher. So it's a huge monster one. And there's a couple others that are about 5-6 foot diameter at the base. So I got those will provide a lot of firewood. But I'm working a deal out with my neighbor over here. He has a sawmill, and so I'm going to let him have most of the big pieces of wood. All the limbs and stuff I'm going to use firewood, but the big chunks we're going to put it on the sawmill so he can cut beams and stuff. And he's going to give me some beams back, and he's going to give me a bunch of the scab boards. That's basically where they make the first cut, so the bottom is smooth. One side is smooth, the other is rounded. And we're going to use that for making a fence around the property next door. Top, one at the top, one in the middle, one at the bottom. The top will keep any cows and goats from putting it up on top of the fence, because we'll put hot wire on it. And the bottom one will keep the goats from trying to go under. Yeah, cottonwoods are these cottonwood trees have been here. Some of the old guys in town said they were big when they were boys. So you're looking at these cottonwoods have probably been here a good 100 years or so. Heck, the house across the street it's listed as the frame on it being built in 1904. Yeah. Oh, two good ones, man. If you have someone nearby, or if you have a portable sawmill, you can make some really beautiful furniture with that stuff. But once I get the one area where the firewood was stored, in some of the past videos I showed, it's 10 foot wide. The walls are 10 foot tall. And then you have the rafters, the flat rafters, and the other rafters going up for the roof out there in the shop. But that 10 foot wide section, we're going to measure out a certain portion of it, put up a non-load bearing wall with a nice sized door in it. And that's going to be food storage in there. We want it well insulated, and we have food storage in there. And then we'll have some other stuff, other type storage out there for like toilet paper, paper towels, boxes for clothes for the grandkids, so we don't, when the older ones outgrow it, we keep for the littler ones. And when the littlest ones outgrow it, we're going to keep those for I got two boys that have yet to get married. And so we're going to keep all the kids' stuff for their kids. And I may wind up moving my office here out there into part of it out there. Once it's insulated, it'll be nice and warm. And I can use my little, if I need to, I can use the Mr. Buddy, Mr. Heater Buddy to warm the area up if needed, if the big shop heater doesn't warm up the rest of it. And then this room here will, my wife complained that I took the biggest one in the back. I tried to give her this one. She goes, no, I want one with a south-facing window. That's the other side of it, other side over here in the house. And because she wants to open up the windows and get all the sun in and stuff. And this only has one window in it, and it is the early morning sun, which is blocked by all the trees right now. All right, Scan. have fun there. That is a nasty job cleaning up that any glued down carpet stuff on a concrete floor. So if I move my office out there, either she will let one of the boys have that as a bedroom, or they'll have this as a bedroom. Either that, or she's thinking about, if I move the office out there, she may turn this room here into the pantry instead of doing it out there. Either way works. But I have a feeling that she's going to realize that until Matthew gets his own place, once he moves up here, he's going to be staying in one of the bedrooms. And Alex isn't going to want to stay in California by himself, so he's going to be coming here and staying in the other bedroom. And yeah, so I may need to move the office out there anyway when that happens. Move my office and little studio here out there. But yeah, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 IBC tote planners set up to roll in and out of the shop. I'm leaving 3 of them out this winter because I just filled them up and 3, or did I got 4 out there? I may have 4. Anyway, I'm going to let them finish, let the snow melt on them and snow and compact and let it break down stuff in, so when I plant in it, it's already settled and ready to go when I plant a tree in it. Yeah, it's going to be it'll be nice to have a couple orange trees up here and a lemon tree that are, we get ultra dwarf citrus trees in California. Can't find them up here. Can't find ultra dwarf apricot trees up here. All they have is mainly semi-dwarf, and occasionally they'll have dwarf, but mainly it's semi-dwarf around here because the cold weather, kind of dwarfs them a little bit more anyways. But if I have some stuff where I can roll the trees inside the shop in the one bay, and they'll be just fine for the winter in there. And that way in the springtime, I can wait till like all the blossoms have set before I roll them outside into the winds. So it'll be interesting to see what I can get done this winter out there. Tomorrow morning, hopefully I will have remember to take the camera out there while I'm working out there and moving stuff around. There should be a lot of movement around yesterday of what I got done today. Get prepping work to move things around. It's hard work, but hey, when it's all done, it'll be a lot easier. Life will be a lot easier here. And of course, when I'm working it up too, if need be, we can put a travel trailer into the shop as well. And in the one area out there, I can go ahead and we've been doing some planning. I can go ahead, saw hole cut the floor to put a sewer pipe up into it, and I can bring water up into it as well. And we'll put a water heater in there, a tankless water heater, so we can have a toilet out there and put a little shower out there too. That way, if we have a travel trailer out there, the boys can, if they want to stay out away from the house to have their privacy, they can stay inside that travel trailer out there and still have a shower and bathroom and maybe a little kitchenette out there in the one part of it. Uh-oh. Howie has the red dragon. Oh, man. Howie, does that mean you're moving, you're coming back in the house and you're no longer doing your month of SHTF living outside? You're not sure you would want to do that up here. But yeah, we'll see. I got to see how things are going out here when we get things done. So I have a travel trailer over there. I was staying in at the other house. And it had the old that gray pipe, not PVC, not PEX pipe. It was before PEX. The PEX replaced it because this gray pipe was having a problem with the chemicals cities were treating their water with, and it would break down, and that trailer had it in it. And even though we're on well water here with no treatment on it, the water lines were degrading, and one of them finally split and flooded the trailer when I wasn't in it, and totally flooded the trailer that day. So we kind of had to strip a lot of stuff out of it. It maybe stripped and turned down into an office. Has a furnace in it that kind of works, but yeah, well, I mean, you saw my videos on it here. I actually had two thermometers saying it was minus 28 here during that. So, yeah. Fortunately, the walls of the shop are 6-inch, or 2x6s. So I'll have 6-inch insulation there. For the roof, I'm going to use the blow-in insulation stuff, and I'm probably going to put down a foot or so or two of that stuff, depending on how much I can get for the cost, and spread it out in there of insulation up there to because that's where most of the heat loss is going to be, up to the top. And yeah, it'll make that. Hopefully, it'll make that nice out there to work in the winter time and stuff out there. Well, it's all right. It is now 1 o'clock in the morning Eastern. It's now midnight Central Time. And I got woken up too early this morning. And it started raining hard and was beating on the windows and on the vent for the master bedroom thing. It's like, what the heck's that racket? And it's like, oh, okay. And so that was at I think it was about 4:30 this morning. It woke me up. Tried pulling the covers over my head and go back to sleep, but didn't work. So, all right. Well, coming up here tomorrow. Tomorrow I still got another hour. I got another 55 minutes to go before it's Friday here, where I'm at. So, for Friday, on Camp Patton Family Compound tomorrow night, Friday night, winter is coming. Get ready. And yeah, it's 68 in this room, or at least on right here, but there's a computer right next to it. Right next to this little thermometer, so it's picking up a little heat from the laptop. But my wife's office, the other bedroom over there, and then the laundry room where the hot water heater's at. So there's a little bit of heat coming off the hot water heater there. And it kicked on 4 minutes ago. So I expect to hear the furnace kick on tonight. We had that 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. We had that. But right now, let me look at the weather. All right. So refresh. Oh, got frost advisory tonight. It's 34 degrees is the low temperature outside, with patchy frost and patchy fog. Friday it says pasty frost and sunny. High is 57 degrees. Friday night, the low is 35 degrees. Saturday, the high is 62, low 38. Sunday, high 65. Low 38. Monday, high 68, low 43. It's Monday. And then Tuesday, 20% chance of showers, high near 62, low near 36. So, yeah, it's going to be I expect to have the furnace kicking on here possibly tonight, tomorrow night, maybe even Saturday night. The thing is what's nice is when it kicks on, where the thermostat is at, it's in the kitchen. So there's a refrigerator and a chest freezer not too far from it, but it's in an area so that it usually stays several degrees warmer. But we closed off the vent that was in that area. So when it kicks on, the rest of the house will heat up several more degrees than that area there will, and it'll shut off, and it'll be good for the night as the temperature equalizes. Okay, Shadow Scout, have a good day. Don't work too hard. Yeah, we were in the 70s a couple days ago. When my wife was here, it was cold. The day before they left, it started warming up, and they got warm on for Saturday and Sunday, and then Tuesday started getting cold again, and then Wednesday and today it was raining. All righty. So we have so tomorrow night is Winter's Coming. Get ready, and we have a giveaway on Friday for Camp Patton Family Compound. Let me bring up the rules on it. So, all right, we'll be giving away several $5 Amazon gift cards for those who are in the side chat, and we're giving away two $43 because we hit 4,300 subscribers over there. So we're giving away two $43 gift cards for channel members that are in the chat. Okay, so everybody's got to be there to win for Camp Patton Family Compound on Saturday. Because I've kind of followed Joe at Garden State Gardener, I have the 99-cent prepper level here on Grayman Prepping, and I have the $1.99 Grayman level for channel membership. I now have the $9.99 survivalist level, which has everything that the others have. Plus, they get 12 hours of private streaming questioning where they want to talk, in depth on something. 12 hours a year they can use to comments. Hey, we need to talk for an hour or so. I need to go over this stuff with you. And we can talk budgeting. We can talk whatever, prepping, whatever medical stuff, whatever they need. Plus, the survivalists get quarterly. They get gifts from prepping stuff I find on Amazon, and they get 10 entries on the Wheel of Name because they're spending $10 to be members. So, and then there's going to be some other stuff I'm going to be adding to them as well. I got to get with Joe and find out where he gets all his cheap seeds, and maybe get some seeds too to give away, package of seeds to give away too, because hey, preppers should have a garden. No matter what you hear from some of these channels out there, you get seeds, but you don't need to plant them. You don't need to garden until SHTF or Twucky, and everybody's starving to death. Then you plant your garden. No, you need to plant your garden now and learn how to garden. So anyway, we'll have out for the giveaway on Saturday. Anybody that's a survivalist level does not need to be there for the draw. If they're in the survivalist thing, they just need to send me their their address and email, and that way I can, if they win a gift card, I just email them electronic version of a Amazon gift card, and if they get for their gifts and stuff, I can just go ahead and snail mail it to them. So like Joe has for his Joseph's Journey level, they don't have to be there to do it. So So that's what's coming up on Saturday. And the topic for Saturday, though, is prepping winter supplies. Don't forget your vitamins, too. And that came from Dr. Paula about getting your vitamin store up for the winter. Monday is going to be on Camp Patton Family Compound. It's going to be talking about animal feed for chickens, rabbits, goats, and other stuff where you can grow or make your own blend of feed for your animals. Tuesday, here on Grayman Prepping for Tactical Tuesday, I'm looking at the schedule over here. It's indoor prepper garden is what we're going to talk about, how to set up one, how to work it. And so we're going to be talking that stuff there. And Howie's going to be here, and I'm going to send the link out to Joe as well. Of course, hopefully Howie's better by then. And then, yeah, so that's what's coming up in the next week. All right, folks, I'm tired. I got up too early this morning to be doing this. And, of course, I also had two of the grandkids over today, so I couldn't take a nap this afternoon. Yes, I'm an old man. I take naps now. Mac Gilbert from Southern Blessed Homestead posted on Facebook, when I was a kid, naps were a punishment. Now they're a reward. So, all right. So I want to thank everybody for coming in, everybody's comments, Scan family for all their comments and stuff, giving us a peek at what they're going through. Everyone's been making comments. Thank you very much. And we will hopefully see you tomorrow night for the giveaway over on Camp Patton Family Compound, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. All righty. Everyone stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow night.